evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to one of the most historic venues in the world of road course racing, where tonight the TNT Bolt Series is going to make the first appearance for the National Racing Network here at Sebring International Raceway, Sebring, Florida. My name is Chris Graham, alongside James Watson, as always, in the booth here, James. And I tell you what, man, this place is bumpy, it's fast, it's technical, it's kind of everything you want in a road course circuit.
Hold on. I'm quickly fixing all the fillings that have been rattled loose from my head after taking 2 laps around this track.
I say your
Uh,
outlap.
yeah. That's good old Sebring, man. That's why we love this track. That's why this is one of the greatest racetracks in all the world, because there is absolutely nothing like it. You have to be a badass to get your car to go around the track fast, because you have to withstand all the bumps and stress and the very lack of runoff. And the curbs will also try to kill you too. You have to be inch perfect at this place, otherwise bad things are going to happen to you and your automobile.
For those of you that might be unfamiliar with Sebring, it is, I don't know if it's still an active airport or not, but it is basically an airport circuit. It kind of runs through, I mean, Sebring is almost board flat, I'll say it that way. But it's not a parking lot race. It is nothing close to that as we follow along here with Mike McCullen. Turn 1 is a very fast left-hander with pit exit on the right hand, the out-hand side of the corner, which is always a bit of a mess. 2, 3, 4, 5, very technical. Turn 6, the big bend, big time speed, down to the hairpin at turn 7. Through 8 and 9, the Fangio complex. Turn 10, very tight, great passing opportunity. Collier, turn 11, a very big sweeping left-hand bend into 12 and 13. 13 is the tower corner. That's a 90-degree right-hand turn, and then a monster blast down another of the long straightaways here through Bishop. That's turn 14, if you can really call it big-time corners. Then you get down into 15, 16 Lamar onto the Ullman Straight, finish up the lap at Sunset Bend at turn 17. Man, there's just so many iconic corners, iconic everything about Sebring. I cannot wait to call a race here. I'm pretty giddy over this one.
Same, although much less different since I'm going to be in this one. And yeah, I'm going to embarrass myself. I will be the first one to admit that, because yeah, I haven't been able to put in the actual lap that counted. So hooray! More stuff to make fun of on this broadcast.
Yes, we'll have plenty of time to laugh at James here. Following along with Nagisa Yashikawa, who is currently quick timer here in practice at a 204.132. As we get ready to wrap practice up, let's tell you about what happened last week in the Bolt Series. And at the Suzuka West Circuit, Nicholas Daly, an absolute dominating performance, leading every lap. Set pole position, set fastest lap, led the most laps. I mean, the guy just did not put a wheel wrong. J.W. Miller, Stephen Thompson completing the podium. However, when we start to look at the points, West Shire had an easy road in the V Series. That is not true here. J.W. Miller taking the points lead by 1 over West Shire, 184 to 183. These are two very talented drivers here, James, and a fun show this is going to be over the last 4 rounds of the season.
And don't look now, but that car in third, if they have enough issues, knowing his pace, I would not put Simon completely out of championship contention.
Yeah, mathematically, he's nowhere close to out of contention yet, and all it takes is an incident early on here at Sebring, and man, that just absolutely tightens things up in a very, very big way. So down inside the last 60 seconds of practice, 8 cars are on the entry list for tonight, one of which is James Watson, who has not been able to get a lap turned yet.
Hi.
Are you planning on trying to qualify for this one, or are you going to go straight dumpster fire?
I'm planning to try to qualify. Whether or not that actually happens remains to be seen.
And actually, we should probably more accurately call it a recycling bin fire, but that's neither here nor there.
uh, inside joke.
So taking a look here, and Simon fell very quick. One of the things that's really going to help Simon, or excuse me, is going to help Wes and JW here, James, is the fields are short. So even if you have an early issue, you're not going to lose that much in terms of the point standings here, even if you finish back in about 8th.
Yo, yeah, this is a good race for them to kind of take a risk and make sure they come out with the dub.
Bill Walker, Mike McCullen going to be the first cars to head out onto the racetrack here for qualifications. We'll follow along here with Wes Shire. Looks like he's making his way out onto the racetrack. There you see that right-hand side pit exit. If somebody comes out, especially in a deep field, the 12 hours of Sebring and all, as the cars on pace are wanting to push to the right just because they're carrying so much speed, you're finding cars exiting pit lane there. Just not pleasant whatsoever.
No, and it's also very tough as a lap car because this track is so narrow and there's no runoff. You really don't have any places to go.
You have that little 3-4 complex, which is almost like the S's, then around into Big Bend. This is taking absolutely full throttle, top speed, blast down to the hairpin at turn 7. This is the hook through Collier. Again, another very, very fast corner. Out of turn number 12, then you're going to make the hard right-hand 13 at the tower. Oh, Shire backs it hard.
Oh my
Into
Lord,
the tires
yes.
at turn 17. He's going to get another shot to get the lap in, but as it stands right now, Mike McCullen is your quick timer.
Oh my God, Mikey.
Now, he's just working at his first timed lap here.
Stop the count.
Yeah, yes. J.W. Miller going purple through Sector 1. We'll pick up JW in the Team Watson Racing entry. That's one of the neat things to watch. Sebring has so many sectors laid out in it that you really can get a feel for who's gaining and losing time in distinctly shorter segments. So you really get a feel for who's quick where on the racetrack.
Yeah, and you can also tell who's got the specific driving style because so many of these corners are completely different. Outside of the next to last complex, that's the only place where you get something that seems similar. Otherwise, everything is different. You know, this place reminds me of a bit that DW did during one of the Darlington races, some of the rookie drivers. He grabbed an egg and he threw it on the ground. Or he grabbed the egg, said, "This is your brain," threw it on the ground, "This is your brain" at Darlington. Well, I get the feeling that you could also use the same thing for this place. Because at all my stints at the 12-hour, I felt the same exact scrambled.
Wow, monster lap from J.W. Miller. 2:04.590 seconds. Simon Fell going to be second quick and just ahead of him on the racetrack at a 2:05.654. And this really is a racetrack that you can get a tow out of these cars if you're as close as JW is to Simon.
I'm just glad someone's being fast in that paint scheme.
Certainly not going to be you this evening, as James timing in fifth quick at a 2:09.377. So a full 5 seconds off of J.W. Miller's qualifying pace.
Although that's not too bad, considering I airmailed it through the last corner so bad I almost hit the wall. So if I can nail that, oh, hold on to your butt cheeks. It's going to be a great 6th place lap if I can nail it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Wait, I'm already 6th place.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes that. Honestly, I'm a little surprised we're running the big layout this time around, because back in Season 1, we ran the club circuit. And while that was okay, I'm glad Wes came to his senses and brought us to the big track with all the fun.
Yeah, the club layout it's a good layout for sure, but man, I don't know. If you're going to run Sebring, you got to run the big show here. J.W. Miller finishing his qualification run. He's going to stay on his lap time for lap number 1. We'll pick up Wes Shire as he's working his way around. Currently 3rd quick. Simon Fell will be 4th quick overall. Down to 2.5 minutes remaining here in qualifying. One of the things about Sebring is that there are so many places that look tempting as passing zones that really just aren't. It's more about setting up for the pass on corner exit than making the pass on corner entry.
Yeah, because especially with these braking zones, you think you're nailing the braking, and then next thing you know, you're full on sailing it through the grass. So your entry and the middle of the corner is how you're going to get by everyone. You can't try to send it up on someone. That's always going to end in disaster.
Coming up after the Bolt race here at Sebring, it will be a 45-minute feature for the TNT Shock Series at the Charlotte Death Roval, as Nagisa Yoshikawa goes quick time, 2:03.783. He picks up almost a full second on J.W. Miller. See what Nagisa can do here. He is running just a little bit ahead of West Shire on the racetrack. One purple sector this lap. The rest, though, all slower than his prior laps. Oh, and he bins it. Tough break for Nagisa Yashikawa. That'll be the end of his qualification run. Pick up Stephen C. Thompson here in the number 24. Haven't gotten to show a lot of him yet this evening. One of the things about this race there, James, is also this has the very distinct possibility of being almost strung out and really about hitting your marks more so than setting quick lap times.
Yep, this is going to be a huge war of attrition.
It's down to 2 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here. 4 drivers to complete their laps. The qualification session is over. If you are on a lap, you can complete it if you're within that allotted time window. Looks like Wes Shire, Stephen Thompson, and Mike McCullen will all be able to complete laps, and Thompson will be the last car across the finish line. I would imagine, James, something else these drivers are going to be a little bit concerned about. In that run down to turn 1, you're going to build up a lot of speed, but the way these cars handle with the differential at the back, it is going to be very easy to get that car looped around and out of shape.
Yep. Off throttle oversteer. Gotta love open diff cars.
So Stephen Thompson completes his qualification lap, and that will wind up qualifying here for the entire field. Nagisa Yashikawa will be your pole sitter by a pretty wide margin here. Where this race is going to be a flat-out sprint, the next one coming up for the Shock Series, that one really has the potential to be quite interesting because the fuel limits that they have in place for the series, coupled with how the Charlotte Roval lays out in distance and everything else, the possibility of a one-stop strategy exists, but it is going to be very difficult to stay near enough the front of the field to make it work. Could potentially be more likely to be a two-stopper unless you have that Scott Dixon fuel-saving reservoir somewhere in the race car. So that one's going to be a ton of fun to watch coming up here at 10:15. Coming up tomorrow night should have the High Side Hustle with Burt Wojcik and Adam Rubright, one of their final shows for the 2021 season. Coming up on Thursday night will be the Grid Rival Ezra IndyCar Series, followed by the Indy Pro 2000 Championship. Down last couple of seconds ticking off here, and then qualifying will be officially completed. And we are getting ready to grid. As soon as the field gets out there, we'll get the cameras fired up here and be able to show you who will be starting where here at Sebring. And still waiting on a couple of cars to get in here, one of those being James Watson at the tail end of the field. But here is your 8-car starting lineup for the TNT Bolt Series. Nagisa Yashikawa, J.W. Miller on row number 1, Wes Shire and Simon Fell on row number 2. Stephen Thompson and Mike McCullen on row 3. Bill Walker and James Watson will line up alongside each other here in row number 4. Field making their way around on the pace lap. Down across the front stretch. Great flags in the air. We are underway here at Sebring. Nagisa Yashikawa jumping out to the early lead. This a 13-lap race. Westshire so far able to hold off J.W. Miller. That is the battle for the championship. Simon Fell, Stephen Thompson, Mike McCullen all running fairly close as well. Already the lead 1 1/4 seconds for Nagisa Yashikawa. That boy long gone. James Watson, our color commentator tonight, currently running in the 7th position. Not too far off the back end of Mike McCullen. Called about 8 car lengths. We're going to get back up front, though, to Westshire and J.W. Miller. This one, some tells me, going to be a lot of fun to watch this one here. Westshire, the only driver with more than 1 win this season. In 8 starts, 7 top 10s, 6 top 5s, and 2 wins. J.W. Miller has also competed in all 8. 7 top 5s, 8 top 10 finishes as Miller goes around the outside through turn 15. Oh, man, good battle down the front straightaway. So Nagisa Yashikawa leads lap number 1. He has a 2-second lead over J.W. Miller and Westshire. Seeing James Watson went off track for the first time tonight. We'll get you the Hot Shoe Raceway instant replay of that one, of course. Way wide. Just a bit outside. Shire all over the rear wing of J.W. Miller. That's through that 2-3-4 complex, already working out through the big bend. And this is one of the longer racetracks that the USF 2000 cars will run here in the Bolt Series at 3.6486 miles. Not entirely sure why we're going to have to measure that out to 4 decimal places, but we can, so we will.
We got it, so why not?
Good Lord, the porn bots are out in full force here tonight. That's basically all the comments that we have. May have to change up the commenting guidelines here on our YouTube videos, I guess. Man, Nagisa Yashikawa had a big moment, got off the racetrack, lost a lot of time. 4 seconds, in fact. And that has brought J.W. Miller and Wes Shire right back into the battle for the race lead. Show you that incident here on the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Little bit of a twitch, got it off into the grass. Nice save by Nagisa, though. Trouble for Mike McCullen. Big Mac having a bit of an issue here. Down around James Watson. Oh, he just overshot the corner in a big way.
Yeah, he airmailed it by a mile.
Picked up the cone, does the nice donut. Well done, Mike. Grabs the access road, and he's back out onto the racetrack. See if Mike still has the cone on the front of that race car from where he rejoined. Oh, he does not. That's kind of unfortunate. Wes Shire, fastest lap of the race last time by. See what they can do this time. Top three now all within 3/4 of a second as they come down over the start-finish line. Put lap number 4 up on the scoreboard. J.W. Miller setting a new fastest lap of the race last time by to 2:04.45. These three leaders all within 0.6 of a second. Got to go 3.5 back to find Simon Fell in fourth. Another 3 seconds back to Stephen Thompson, and then 11 seconds back to James Watson in sixth. So you're not missing anything throughout the field here. J.W. Miller having a little bit of an off track. That's going to open up the door for Wes Shire to sneak through. Also gives, well, gave Nagisa Yoshikawa a chance to open up the lead a little bit, but that didn't happen.
I'm just in awe watching them right now and how close they're able to be around each other on this track.
Yeah, they're putting on a fantastic show here at the front of the field. Probably why James Watson is so slow at the back. He's watching the good race here at the front.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Seeing Bill Walker having an issue. Let's take a look on the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Got it a little bit wide, out onto the grass. Oh, pitches hard into the inside retaining wall, and Bill Walker has to take the tow back into the pit area. So after J.W. Miller comes around Wes Shire, now he's going to hang out on the rear wing of Nagisa Yoshikawa. Top three still putting on a pretty good fight here as we are already approaching the halfway point, working lap number 5 of 13. Oh, Yashikawa almost runs wide again. Trouble for Steven C. Thompson. He having an issue as well. Oh, clips the curbs and hard into the tire barrier. Absolutely tore the nose off that race car. Thompson going to be able to continue, but
He's not going to be able to continue. I just drove by, and yeah, that left rear is not pointing where it needs, or left front is not pointing where it needs to be.
yeah, he'll
That's
have to
race
come
over.
back to the pit area.
Yeah, he's going to be there a while.
So our 8-car field is now going to be down to 6 remaining on the racetrack as Thompson enters the pit lane. Bill Walker out of the race after completing 4 laps. Thompson will get the 5th lap completed, so he'll finish in the 7th position. Gap opening up here between Yashikawa, Miller, and Shire, even as J.W. Miller set the fastest lap of the race last time by at a 2:04.39, but it's only about 600ths faster than Nagisa Yashikawa. Not gaining a ton of ground, but he is going to gain it in the draft. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule here to round out the season. Go ahead, James. Oh, what a save by Wes. Sorry.
You wonder if he's just sitting there biding his time, you know? He is really close to Nagisa. That's the only thing I can figure out why he hasn't made a move yet. He's waiting until the last possible moment.
Yeah, I would tend to think so.
Yeah, we're getting some pack racing shenanigan strategy here.
Yeah, you basically don't want to give him a chance to slingshot past you again and use the draft that you're going to benefit from.
And risk bringing Wes around with him as well.
Correct. Yeah, this is a good points day for JW right now. A better points day is a first with Wes Shire finishing 3rd. And about a worst case scenario is wrecking yourself out.
Exactly. Similar. He finds himself into a similar situation that Everett Paddock was in last week at Bathurst in the official series. Unfortunately, Everett made the wrong decision on that, and I'm sure JW is not wanting to do the same.
Yeah, it's never a good night when you junk your shit up, that's for sure.
Nope. And giving your championship rival a huge haul of points over you when you were ahead.
Taking a look here at the final 3 races of the season coming up as we head into the end of November. Next week, the Sonoma Raceway Cup layout.
Oh.
Yes.
Home cooking.
That one's going to be fun. I say James may actually put some laps in practice this week just to have a shot at it.
Oh, I'm going to do everything I can to win. Still probably wind up 6th.
J.W. Miller starting to have the peak on Nagisa Yashikawa. The following week, round number 11, off to Richmond Raceway for a 95-lap feature. There's no way that's right. That would be an absolutely monster-length race for these cars. Closing out the season November 30th at Road Atlanta. Road Atlanta, probably a fair analogy here to Sebring. Very fast, technical corners, but that race really is going to be all about speed.
Oh my, I'm shaking in my boots as we speak.
Heading into tonight, Simon Fell was leading the series in pole awards, claiming 3 of the 8 in which he had entered for a 37% conversion.
Oh, there we go.
Here's the big move. J.W. Miller down to the inside. He's going to easily clear Nagisa Yoshikawa. Man, that gap's huge. That's already at a half second down the front straightaway. But Yoshikawa going to have a chance to come back. You almost wonder, was the move made too soon?
That'd be my worry.
Take a look at the replay here. Miller made the run, and I tell you what, Nagisa really didn't put up a fight there. Now I would imagine this puts a little bit of oomph behind Wes Shire, knowing he's got to get up there and fight Nagisa.
Yep.
Oh, Nagisa going to have the look.
Yeah, knowing Wes, he could very well be waiting for Nagisa to pass JW and try to follow Nagisa through. He could be waiting for them to fight too hard and try to make a 3-wide pass somewhere. Wes is one of the most cerebral drivers out there, so he's got a mess of plans up his sleeve right now.
And has Wes been saving tires at this rate? I mean, it's not going to make a huge difference, but if you're able to save even 4 or 5% on the tires, that could be all you need late in the race.
Yes, sir.
Seeing Bill Walker getting back out onto the racetrack after 9 minutes and 56 seconds worth of repairs. Stephen Thompson went back out. Oh, trouble for Mike McCullen.
Oh, Mikey, no.
Very similar scenario. Just overcooks the thing on corner entry. Bill Walker also having an issue. I'll tell you what, Wes Shire is right on the rear wing of Nagisa Yoshikawa now as we work lap number 10.
Yeah, Nagisa's starting to fall back a little bit, so it's go time for Wes.
Wes Shire just set the fastest lap of the race at a 2:03.8. He is almost a full second faster than each of his competitors on that last lap. What a battle here at the front of the field. Nagisa sneaks the peak. Not like he's got to show JW that he's there. Now Westshire may get the run down the long straightaway. Same spot that J.W. Miller got around Nagisa Yoshikawa. Shire bump drafting him down the straightaway.
Oh.
West swings way wide at turn 17. But here's Yoshikawa with the run down the front straightaway. 3 to go here at Sebring. Lap traffic will come into play here as well. Bill Walker just up ahead of your top 3. He's one of the more respectful drivers. Yeah, he'll clear out of the way, but it's just a matter of where you catch the lap traffic. All 3 will get past safely. Simon Fell, currently running in 4th place, sitting 7 seconds back of this fight for the race lead. Could be the biggest beneficiary if these 3 take each other out. Still nose to tail. Man, this one's going to be fun over the last couple of laps. Down the front straightaway. Here's Yoshikawa looking to the outside. Westshire going to take the toe. He'll enjoy that all the way down to turn number 1. Still side by side for the race lead. Here's Shire down to the inside. Yoshikawa almost got it off the racetrack. Shire has to fall back in line. J.W. Miller holding on to the race lead. At no point down the front straightaway did Nagisa Yoshikawa get close enough to trigger iRacing's timing and scoring with the position change. But it was tight at the line, and he is going to be right there, right back on the rear wing.
This is enthralling. We might have a finish to rival the New Jersey Motorsports Park one a few weeks ago.
That one was spectacular, and this one is shaping up to be just as good. A little bit of a tag slapper there out of J.W. Miller on corner exit. Not enough to bring Yoshikawa and Shire into the battle, or at least any tighter. I'll say it that way. But as we get down to the 1 to go here, Westshire's got to go. He at least needs to get around Nagisa Yoshikawa. Yoshikawa gets the big toe. See who Westshire decides to go with. He's going to stay right on the back of J.W. Miller. Yoshikawa to the inside. New race leader Nagisa Yoshikawa out of turn 16. Now making their way through 17. On to the front straightaway. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Sebring. J.W. Miller looks back to the inside. Miller's going to have the positioning into turn number 1.
Oh, he's got him again. I don't know if Nagisa is going to have enough time to launch a counterattack.
Especially if West Shire goes on the offensive here as well. Couple of long straightaways left to go, though.
We could see a move right here.
Yashikawa doesn't try to go in deep. Gets the great run off the corner, though. He is going to be right there.
Brilliant defensive maneuver by JW, though.
Man, West Shire right on the back as well. 3 cars fighting for the win at Sebring.
We may be getting 3 wide coming into the last corner. I'd honestly be shocked if we don't.
Where do they make the moves? Here's where you're going to see the big toe. West Shire might be a little bit out of range here.
Might be the perfect gap.
They're all going to suck right back in, down into the right-hander. Yashikawa not close enough. Miller holds the hard inside line. Out of the final corner, checkered flag is in the air. J.W. Miller gets the win at Sebring. Nagisa Yashikawa, West Shire come home second and third. And I'll tell you what there, James, you absolutely nailed it. Nagisa may not have had the chance to make that pass again after losing it at turn 1.
Yeah, to set up a move like that, you kind of needed a full lap and multiple times through all the draft zones to catch back up. Nagisa didn't, so that's all he was able to muster at the end. What a race. What a finish.
Still waiting for James Watson to finish here. He'll come home 5th. About 45 minutes behind your race winners.
Yeah, I may have lost a lot of extra time watching that finish. I'm not kidding either. I almost blew it through like 3 braking zones. My duty as a broadcaster outweighs my duty as a driver in this rate.
Mike McCullen coming across the line to finish here in the 6th position. Let's get you your final race results here. J.W. Miller getting the win tonight over Nagisa Yashikawa and West Shire. Top 3 all within 1 second at the finish, then another 10 seconds back to Simon Fell in 4th. James Watson, you heard, very happy with the top 5. Mike McCullen, Bill Walker, and Stephen Thompson round out your field here this evening. And I think we're only going to do 1 Victory Lane interview here for this one. We'll pick up the rest when we get in for the Bolt Series. But let's talk to our race winner tonight, J.W. Miller. And tell you what there, J.W., that car was not only looked good, very, very fast, and really able to do a number there on Nagisa coming down at the white flag.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Once you made the pass going into turn 1, did you figure he wouldn't have a shot to get back past you? Or were you kind of on the defensive for the entirety of that last lap?
Yeah, I was definitely on the defensive, especially going into the hairpin there. I thought maybe he was gonna get to my outside there, so I kind of left the lane there. But yeah, I was feeling pretty good about the final sector. It felt like we were a lot better than him, so it was just staying out in front of him in the uh, first two sectors, and then he said that he got a bad exit, so that kind of helped us to just take sunset real nice and easy and get this dub.
At this point now, looking ahead into the championship standings here, you had a 1 point lead over West Shire. You're going to see that expand here after this race tonight. How confident are you in the final 3 races of the season? We're heading off to Sonoma, Richmond, and then we round things out at Road Atlanta.
Yeah, Sonoma's one that I struggle with sometimes. Let's see here. You said Richmond. Richmond's a pretty good one. Pretty good one of mine. 1 mile track is always my wheelhouse. And then Road Atlanta, definitely one of my favorites. So I'm definitely feeling really good about this one. But I think it could go either way. With me and Wes, we're both so equal. So
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Well, before we let you go and get ready for the Shock Series race here, let's get the sponsor plugs and thank yous in.
yeah, thanks to James for being on the car as always, and thanks to you guys for doing the broadcast each week, and thanks to the TNT guys for putting it on each week.
Buddy, thank you very much. We appreciate that. And let's bring in our runner-up here, Nagisa Ashikawa. And tell you what, Nagisa, that number 98 machine was pretty darn good here all night long. You had the one little off track early in the race. That closed everybody up. Did you kind of know it was going to be game on from then, or did you think you might have had the pace to pull back out again?
Yeah, I don't think I really had the pace to pull back out. But yeah, I don't know. I think running alone is not. I'm not very good at it, and I kind of made that mistake. And then from there, my plan was I was gonna sit behind JW and try and get him on the last lap, in the sunset, and I just got kind of a bad exit. So, but second's not too bad. So it was a fun race.
I say the race looked good, and I asked JW, was he playing defense or did he think he had it from the pass at turn 1? He said he was going defensive the entire time. Did you get the feeling that that's what he was doing, and it kind of crushed up your ability to try to make the pass?
No, I was backing off and kind of not going for the move yet because I didn't want to. I went for the move once, and then he just passed me straight back. So I kind of was just backing off and waiting for the last lap, but I could tell he was going defensive.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on a very, very nice podium finish here tonight. Let's get all the sponsor plugs and thank yous taken care of.
Well, hopefully announcement soon. Sponsors coming. So yeah, James knows about that.
Well, there you go. That's fantastic. We'll look forward to bringing that one to you. And yeah, good luck here. Hopefully, we're going to see you run the Shock Series race, and good luck also as well Thursday night, the PM18 officials.
Yeah, cool.
There you go. There's Nagisa Ashikawa, your runner-up finisher. And let's talk to Wes Shire, your third-place finisher here tonight. Wes, first question I got to ask is, did we see a full-on bump draft of Nagisa Ashikawa there with about 4 to go?
That was the intention. Didn't execute it particularly well. I think I cost us both time with that. But yeah, that was the plan there.
Bump drafting open wheel race cars at about top speed at Sebring is one of the ballsiest things I've ever heard of. You had a great battle of the finish for this race, or a great view of the battle, I should say. What was going through your head there? It seemed like every time there might have been an opportunity, something happened to close the hole, and it just never really materialized for you to take the big shot.
Yeah, there were a couple of kind of high risk moves I could have gone. I had a good run on Nagisa in turn 1 the one time, but I'm content to settle for third there. I'm pretty happy with that.
J.W. Miller said the same thing. You guys entered the night separated by 1 point. He did extend the points lead a little bit here tonight. How confident are you heading off to our final 3 of the season, Sonoma, Richmond, and then Road Atlanta?
Really confident for the last 2, that's for sure. Sonoma's going to be a little wild card. I don't have a ton of laps around there. But really, really looking forward to Road Atlanta. That's for sure.
And did I see correctly on the schedule that we are going 95 laps at Richmond?
You did 95 lapper.
That's practically an enduro for these race cars. That's really going to bring up a lot of strategy type plays. I mean, that's almost like Iowa in the PM18s, quite frankly.
It will definitely be interesting. Should be about the same length of a race as New Hampshire, 70 miles. Should be able to make it on one set of tires and fuel, but there is one extra set of tires available should anyone decide that would be beneficial.
That will be an interesting strategy play to watch that one as that race develops. So looking forward to that in a couple of weeks here. But first, we'll see you in the shock race later on tonight and then off to Sonoma next week.
Looking forward to it.
All right, there you go. There's Wes Shire. And I'll tell you what, James, this race was a whole lot more fun than I thought it was going to be.
It really was. I wasn't expecting we'd get a finish like we did. I wasn't sure it'd play out this way. I thought we'd be spread out all the way from the top of the field to the bottom of the field. I wasn't expecting them to stay tucked up like that the entire race.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun. So, all right, brother, good luck here in the Shock Series race coming up at the Charlotte Death Roval. We are really looking forward to that one as well. And for James Watson and everybody here at the National Racing Network, my name is Chris Graham. It's been a pleasure to have you hanging out. We'll see you just a little bit here for the TNT Shock Series.